On February 9, 1944, First Lieutenant Bob Hoover with the 52nd Fighter Group was flying his 59th combat mission of the war when his Spitfire was shot down off the coast of southern France. Captured by the Germans, he spent over a year as a POW at Stalag Luft I. One night in April 1945, chaos broke out in the camp. While other prisoners rioted, Lieutenant Hoover scaled the fence and escaped along with 2nd Lieutenant Jerry Enos and a Canadian airman. Shortly after, the Canadian decided to attempt his escape alone. Lieutenants Hoover and Enos found shelter in a German farmhouse where they slept under piles of hay. The next morning, a French woman who had been forcibly moved to Germany found them hiding. She fed them and even gave them a pistol to aid in their escape. To show their appreciation, the men left her a note to give to the Allies, telling them of her help and asking that they treat her kindly. In a nearby village, the two men stole bikes and rode west where they met up with advancing Soviet forces. But they soon realized that the Soviets were committing their own atrocities and decided to go it alone. They continued traveling by bike until they found an airfield. Most planes were wrecked, but they found a damaged German Fw-190 with a full tank of fuel. When a mechanic spotted them, Lieutenant Hoover forced him to start the engine while Lieutenant Enos pointed the pistol at him. After the mechanic helped get the engine started, Lieutenant Hoover motioned for Lieutenant Enos to climb aboard, but he declined, not wanting to ever fly again, and motioned for him to get out of there. With no parachute, Lieutenant Hoover gunned the throttle, took off across a field, and got airborne. After flying across occupied territory with no way to signal who he was, Lieutenant Hoover finally spotted Dutch windmills and landed in a field, hoping to find U.S. forces. But not long after he landed, he was surrounded by angry farmers who thought they had captured a German. With no way to communicate who he was, Lieutenant Hoover waved down a passing British truck and was eventually able to convince them that he was an American. Bob Hoover survived the war and would go on to become a renowned test and airshow pilot. He passed away on October 25, 2016 at the age of 94. Jerry Enos was also successful in his escape and later met up with Bob at an airshow.